On the final day of last season he oversaw a victory over Queen's Park Rangers. That post-match press conference proved to be his final public appearance as United boss in the UK. This is how he signed off and what he said about the summer ahead. Nice to finish with a win. Yeah, nice to finish with a win. Good performance, clean sheet, and quite simply so the players can thank the fans properly. The fans' support has been superb throughout the season. Lots of people have been frustrated with how it's gone in the pattern of the season, but it's definitely added to a better thank you. You win a game and more fans stay in. The players, you can see the effort, the energy, the commitment throughout the performance, which should be a given. So it's a good way for the players to thank the fans. Nothing was riding on the game, but is that the most comprehensive performance from the lads you've had? Yeah, we decided to change the shape and have 3 forwards if you like, pressing higher, which puts a bit more emphasis on the midfield getting it right behind. Obviously it's something we've done before and I thought the front 6 did that great today throughout. Been banging on all the time about us not being good enough without the ball, and the second goal comes from getting it right. It's a big part of the game, being comfortable when the opposition's got the ball. We actually scored a goal off it today. When you want the buying and when you show the players we've not always been able to pick a team that's good without the ball because the balance of the squad, the availability of players. Today we could, so we did it. Does that give you optimism going forward? And is there frustration that you haven't been able to get that? Roof netted the first image, Getty Images, yeah? You know I've never said anything different, that I haven't put a team out, which I've been happy with in terms of performance balance, are where the strengths and weaknesses are going to lie. That's probably as close as, but I still want to improve on that, and anyone who's seen any of my teams play, one thing that is an absolute given is how good you are without the ball. Yeah, you might make mistakes from when you press and when you don't. But we'll work on that. You have to be willing to do it. You have to know how to do it. And it showed the value of it today. What happens now? You spoke about having discussions with the club, but you're about to go to Myanmar. Yeah, had some already, so everyone's clear on my thoughts, and I need to be really clear in every conversation I have because I am in my mind, but this is where the hard work starts. Conversations, arguments, disagreements, but you have to come out all on the same page, but then make it happen. It's only when you're clear on what you want to happen can you make it happen. Do you think you are on the same page? Do you think the club want you here? Yeah. So the club came and got me, so they know what I want to try and do and how I want to set the team up. And I've not changed my mind in how I want the team to play and what I want it to look like. And the squad for Burma, is it finalized? Heckingbottom and company travel to Myanmar on Monday. Image, Tim Harley East Hope. Yeah, it is, but obviously we'll take into account today. We know the squad. I'm not going to sit and tell you what it is, but it's a mixture. A few boys who feature today, then a lot of 23s and some 18s as well. 22 we're taking football-wise. Is there any value? It's not a football trip, but from a squad point of view you can get something out of it. The 23s I know pretty well, the 18s, just the ones who have trained with us, have got opportunity now for me to sit with and speak. So for me going to Myanmar, I'm not there for the football, I'm there for the club, for the team, for the players. Get to know them more, to push them, to get them to understand what it's like being a first-team environment, and then for them to feel a bit more comfortable around us as the first team. And we've seen the value of that, the young players who we've put in. We have to get that synergy in the club. You guys generally ask me about what the product on the pitch, what you see. There's so much more we have to improve on to get everything right at this club, and that's one bit you have seen a difference in, but there's a lot more other things like that. The subtleties of running a football club, the subtleties of creating a real high performance that need to be done. Another new face today in Ryan Edmondson. He's only 16, but he doesn't look out of place. No, that's because he's massive, isn't it? He looks 36. But he's a good guy. Why did we put him in? Quite simply, he gives everything to be a footballer, and that's what we want to create. That's what we want. We don't want. I can't have people who don't want to be here. I can't have people here who go through the motions. What about Pontus Jansson? Why was he brought off? Yeah, precautionary. His hamstring was tightening up, so, you know, if it's a cup final it's a little bit different, so nothing riding on the game. Peno has been playing really well. It was a toss-up 2 weeks ago. If you'd ask, I'd have loved to have Luke on the bench and bring him on, but he's performed that well in training and shown that good strides that I may as well start him. If he flags, bring him off. So Peno was a bit lucky, but he understood. So yeah, no qualms there about bringing Peno on. What did you make of Luke today? Ayling completed his comeback from injury. Image, Nathan Sturck, Getty Images. He was excellent. Excellent. Having been in his position, he'll be stiff tomorrow. The adrenaline, the excitement of being back got him through it in the way he performed, but he's been good. He's been good. He's someone I've seen play a long time, but in terms of the group and the squad you can see he's been missed. Nice to see Adam back in the team today. He was very impressive. Yeah, the midfield three were really good for me. Again, Adam played. He's got a little hip problem which we rested him the beginning of the week, but he is one missing the trip next week. He's getting an injection in that straight away. But yeah, credit to him. What changes do you think are needed in the summer? Playing wise? A better balance of the squad. Better balance in terms of having players who can affect the game when we've not got the ball, affect the game through physicality. We've got talent in there, we've got good technicians in there, so we need to get the balance of the squad right so you're equipped for every sort of game in the championship. Think how many games you've watched this season, all the different styles of play. Heckingbottom discussed what needs to happen this Myanmar. Image, Eddie Greville. One thing that is apparent, you look at the last 5 seasons and the teams who have gone up and they've all been able to handle them not having the ball. Some teams have even, the majority, 90% of teams have based their performance on how they've been without the ball. Huddersfield slightly different, based on being with the ball, but they were big on transition when they lost it. Pressing, still went away from home. Newcastle, places like Villa Park, defended really deep and played on the counter-attack, so you have to be able to do that to win, or to win more games than you should in this league. You can't be one-dimensional. You say you have talent and good technicians, so it's just a case of changes here and there, rather than major surgery. You want to make major surgery, with a minimal amount of signings. If funds are unlimited you can do what you want, but it's never good to keep chopping everything apart. But I want to make big changes to the dynamic of the squad, however many we have to sign. Have you got a number in mind? I'd never tell you anyway. Barnsley have gone down today. Any reflections on that? Yeah, gutted. Upset. I'm upset. Yeah, not nice. I thought they've got themselves in a great position with their win last week, and just strange how it pans out that all the teams at the bottom are playing the teams fighting for something at the top. barring the team who stayed up Bolton. That's why this stage of the season can be heartbreaking, but also I'd much rather be in a game where you're playing for something than ours today. Pleased as I am with the boys today, we all play to be winners, we all play for the excitement. So I hope that's us chasing something good next season. As it happened, fan reaction, Ailing returns, player ratings, Tom Pierce did well today, are you any closer on getting a contract then? Same as. The circumstances are different with the younger players under 24 with the compensation rules, so yeah, a little bit different. With the window closing earlier this year, do you feel a degree of more urgency in getting business done? I always feel an urgency. Honestly, just common sense. You'd rather have every bit of business done before the first day of pre-season. Tell you now that won't happen, but that's what I want. Will the club work on deals while you're away for the week? The work's always been going on, but obviously with the window it isn't open for a few weeks now anyway, so the work's always been ongoing, but we can't do anything until it is open.